Are you a fan of true crime? Do you find yourself spending a lot of time watching documentaries or investigations about unsolved crimes? Well, The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann is a documentary on Netflix, and it tells the story of a little girl who goes missing while her family was on holiday in Portugal. Let me just say right off the bat that this is not a totally satisfying story because it is yet unsolved still after 12 years. I mean, the story itself is very interesting and we get to see how the entire case was handled and mishandled. I've traveled through several countries and read even more, and I gotta say that regardless of how wonky our justice system is in the United States, it is light years better than a lot of other countries. The amount of hubris and corruption in those other countries that just ends up stalling investigations is staggering. The documentary does a good job of laying out the facts, and I like that they took old interviews and were able to get current interviews. And so what they do is they piece all of that together for us to tell more of the story, especially as it has progressed over the 12 years. Or sometimes not progressed. Now the doc is only 8 episodes long, so you could totally kill it in a day, but I think that it's gonna stick with you longer than that. I mean, it will probably cause you to hop online and do more research and just to dive in to see, well, what are the current theories? What's going on? What else is being shared? Because it is appalling at how at the beginning of the case, it was just mishandled. That they disregarded certain things, or they ignored them, or didn't even follow up on them. Maybe not even ignoring them, but they just chose not to follow up. And so, as we know, if you've ever seen anything, the first 48 hours are crucial, especially in a missing child incident. But with that and the current level of social engagement that we have through social media and just through the internet itself, our world has gotten much smaller, that we are so much more connected. And so what that does is that allows us to share more information faster. It also allows for police investigators to get more information faster and to get a more well-rounded bit of information. And so I think this actually could lend itself to helping solve this mystery of Madeleine McCann and when she went missing. One glaring thing throughout the documentary is that the family is not re-interviewed. And they chose not to be interviewed in this because they felt after 12 years, everything has been said that is going to be said. Now, I'm not sure I totally agree with their perspective on that, but hey, that's okay. The documentary itself is raising the awareness again, and I think that's an awesome thing. And if you look online, you'll see that new theories or new information is beginning to surface, and so that is a very positive thing that has come from this documentary series on Netflix. Whether or not you're familiar with the McCann case, I recommend you checking it out. The story is engaging, if not infuriating, but it will suck you in, and you're gonna love every minute of it. There's no sex, nudity, or violence, but there is some profanity. I give The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann 4.5 out of 5 couches. Are you familiar with the case? Do you have any theories? Share them below in the comments. Let's start a conversation. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.